Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Dark Sky, and today we are playing Eden Crafters, and we are getting a little bit further along here. You see our atmosphere now is at about 20% oxygen locally, so pretty soon here we should be able to take off our little helmet here, our little bubble, and be able to breathe some nice alien air. But let's get started. Let's get into this. So here I am. I'm inside my my little base here. But I have been expanding extremely well. What I've been doing is I got this little steamroller here, and I was able to flatten the land. And then I thought I'd go up the mountainside. Well, it turns out, if you try to go up the mountainside, it doesn't work too well because it just flattens the whole thing. And so they kind of worked out in my favor, to be honest, because now I could just flatten it down. And instead of having to climb all this crazy terrain and everything, I can flatten it down and then create my factories that way. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But I think today what I want to do is I want to set up a little area for to charge my steamroller. It uses batteries. And so we're going to need something to put the steamroller on so it'll recharge. So what we're going to be doing is I want to make this right here. It's a ship platform. It says a platform for your spaceship designed to recharge its batteries. Now, the batteries that are used for the spaceship are also used for the steamroller. So I could put the batteries onto the ship, put it onto this platform thing here. It could recharge its batteries. I just take the batteries out, I put them into the vehicle, and I just go about my business, and instead of keep having to make batteries. I've got like a bunch of batteries now. But what this is going to take a little bit. We have, let's see here. Let's put that up there. So it's going to take 10 iron beams, 20 cement, and 7 cable. Well, the cable shouldn't be too hard. Let me see here. We'll go out here and we'll pick up some cable, which is not there. See, I think I have my cables actually sitting out here. I haven't actually moved it to go on anywhere yet. I want to say that's it. No, that's not it. This one? Oh, that's sulfur. This one. Ah, there we go. Okay, we'll take those. And I just haven't gone around to kind of splitting it up and then putting them into the boxes, having it lead into the boxes. This is going to be my hub. This is my little power source. It looks crazy right now. Looks like a bunch of throwing stars, spinning right there in the air. So it's kind of crazy. But so far, what we need to do is we need to make... we need some of these cables. Might as well make more than just a 10 because I imagine we're going to probably need a few. But yeah, so we'll get that, and then we're going to need some cement. So just right out here, grab 1 cement. There we go. Got the 20 cement. Now all I need is the I-beams. I-beams take iron plate and iron rods. Well, it's fortunate that I have a ton of all those, so we should be able to make those. Now, I don't know, is this platform big enough where... Wait, what am I? Is it rods? Yeah, iron rods. Okay. Is it big enough that it covers the whole ship, or do I have to make a bunch of them? That's the question, really. So we'll look into that. Let's see here. I needed rods, right? So grab some rods here off the steamroller. They don't need it. I just got so many of the product, I didn't know where to put it. So I just stuck it onto the steamroller. I figured it wasn't needing its space anyways. All right, so let's go out here. Let's make this thing here. I want to, I don't know, where's a good spot to put this? Maybe, I was thinking right there where the ship is, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe I could put it out like over the top of the water here, but I really don't want to block any of my beachside area here. And just in case I need to throw in some more of these water pumps, keep this water rolling, I mean, you can see it's only running at 89%. I could plug in another one down there at the end, and then I'd have 4 of those pumps pumping in. And then I have another pump here that's running at 100%, but I want to say it's pumping into the thing down there, the tree greenhouse, and possibly into this here. I don't know. Can't remember. Okay, so it's 74, so it means that it's actually that one and that one are tied together. So, and those two are feeding this one, and they're feeding this one here because it's also getting 100% water. So we should be good there. Now, let me see here. Let's see how big these things are. Let's see here. And okay, they are pretty large. And it doesn't look like it's something I can just stick in the cement. I can't seem to put it down at the level. I almost have to like, just cut out the dirt and then stick it down there in the hole to get it to fit right. And it doesn't seem like it wants to snap to the area. I mean, I can do it like that, but it looks a little goofy. So let's see here. Let's put it out here. I'm thinking maybe like over in this area. Now, if I had the power on my thing, I could put. I'm thinking what maybe. I don't know. It just really isn't a good spot for these things, you know? Of course, I go out there too far and then I get hit by the heat. So that's always fun. Let me see here. Maybe I could put it on this side. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to have the ship land over here. I just don't want it to be too close to my little power grid here because I'm using the power grid, to kind of, where I can keep going back. So I don't want to plug that into there and then it blocks me from that. And then, well, I could always pick this up too. So there is that possibility. Let me see. So this really only has to go down, looks like 1 block. I could put it out there, I suppose. I mean, it only has it's really only going to be for the ship. So let me see. I think this might be a good spot here. Let's see if we can't lower the land a little bit here. Maybe I can just lower it a little bit and it'll do the rest for me. I don't know. Maybe I get lucky like that. Oh yeah, look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about. So maybe I can just do that. There we go. Ship recall station. Oh, okay. We unlocked that. So what we're going to need now, looks like we got some platform stairs. I don't know. We use some stairs to access a spaceship platform. I guess if you're going up higher, right? If the platform's higher, but I was trying to keep the platform at the same level. Now, I guess what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to make another battery because I don't have the any more batteries to get this ship off the ground. So I'm going to need some sulfur ore. And I do remember that it was this one right here. I think it's this one. Just got to get close enough till I hit the E. There we go. All right. So thinking that one there. And then it wanted me to get some cobalt. What's this? That's that. That's that. Where's my cobalt? I had cobalt coming in. Was it down here? I mean, maybe it's down here. Because here's gold. So I think this is cobalt right here. Yes, it is. Okay, that's what I want. I'll grab that. Just make it a full stack. All right, and so let's go make a battery. Do I have inventory? No, I don't. Let's get rid of some rocks. Don't need these rocks in my inventory. I can throw them down right here, and they'll disappear after a little while. And I get so much rocks, it doesn't really matter. So just get rid of it. And so we'll go in here and we'll make ourselves a battery. Another battery. All right, there we go. So we got another battery. The ship is not the easiest to fly, to be honest. So we'll just we'll take this, we'll put that in there, and then we'll get in this thing. Okay, so let's see here. I want to accelerate, so I want to hit pull forward and go flying like that. And ooh, stop. Now, how far does this thing have to be before it starts charging these batteries? Will that do? Will that fit it? I don't know. Let me see. It doesn't look like it used any battery, so that's got to be a good sign. So let me go over here now. We'll, I got a bunch of used up batteries that are in my steamroller. We'll put it in there. We'll see if it charges those batteries, and we'll see where we're at. So here's a bunch of used batteries. Oh yeah, see, I can see it, little blue mark there starting up. So it's slowly charging about, actually it's charging all three of them all at the same time. Oh, that is very nice. All right, let's take the rest of the used batteries out of this and let's just stick it into the ship, get that ship charging. Make sure it's charging all these batteries. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be awesome. I'll just stick them in the inventory of this, and it'd be pretty nice if it charged them in the inventory as well. Nope, no love. All right, great. So now that those are charging, that's great. Maybe I can get my little steamroller car out of here. There we go. I had it stuck in there, and I didn't have any battery space to be able to pop it out. So kind of a funny looking steamroller, right? So let's see here. What we need to do next. One of the things I want to put in is this battery. I think this battery would be really nice, especially as we build. We're going to get bigger, and it'd be nice to get power during the daytime. You maybe use like a couple of these little solar panels. Put the solar panels up. Use the batteries to accumulate all the power, and then we can use the power through the night until daytime again, and then the solar panels will kick back in and you know, go about our business, you know. So we're gonna need looks like 4 battery cells. That's gonna be a lot, you know. It'd probably be cheaper, not cheaper, easier if I was to just put them in a factory. But let me see here. Battery cells. So there's one. Okay, so we have all the battery cells we need. And then the next thing we're going to need is these iron beams. We're going to need 4 of those. That should be pretty easy to pump out. There's 4 of those. And then we're going to need 4 circuit boards. Circuit boards, iron beams, those are pretty easy to make. They go pretty quick. It's the battery cells that are like super duper slow. And so that will make us our first battery. Boy, this thing is a monster, isn't it? It's huge. All right, so let's stick this thing out here. Oh, you can see the grid on the ground, so I'm going to kind of try to stick it on the grid. About right there. I guess that's about as close as I can get to that grid. All right, so that thing is powering up now. Let's see, this thing is doing great. We're only using 134 roughly megawatts, and our total network is 192, so we are plenty good. And now that we have that battery, that is gonna help during the nighttime when the solar panels aren't producing as much. Might even it'd be, you know, pretty nice actually to just mass produce the those battery cells. And then if I could get like 5 of them, I'd say like 5 of these batteries, you know, that's 500 megawatts of power per hour that I would get. And that would probably be enough right now, you know, to kind of keep me going through the night. So let's see here. We got, put that one there. See if we can't clear these up a little bit. They don't really show up on the belt until you take something out of like the inventory, and then all suddenly they're like, oh, they're on the belt. So it's kind of weird. I had to do this right here because, well, since I cut the edges, the steamroller over there, I wasn't able to get up. So I am using a belt to be able to climb up here so that I can do, you know, kind of look around. Oh, look at that. How far do I have to go until my temperature goes crazy? Oh, I guess it's nighttime. That's right. Okay, we're good. So we got a large iron deposit right here. We got a rock deposit right there. That might be a good one, actually. Because I accidentally, when I was using my steamroller. That's what it was. I used my steamroller and I rolled close to the rock and I blew the rock up. So now my drill is sitting there and it's drilling air and it's still getting a rock. But oh, didn't mean to follow up that. But right now it's like it's just drilling rock. So here it is. It's over here, and there's nothing here. But yet, you know, if you you know, take one of these from here, then all of a sudden it starts drilling, you know, nothing. There's nothing there, but it's still drilling rock. So kind of a weird bug. I know, but it seems to be working for right now. Don't fix it if it ain't broken, right? So, you know, I'm just going to leave it there for the time being until I get these things all kind of straightened out and whatnot. All right, so we have the copper coming down. What I want to do is I want this copper to go into this. So I'm going to have to get some iron beams, and then I'm going to need 6 iron beams. All right, there we go. So now we have enough to make 2 of these part producers. So I'm going to stick one out here. Let's see, I didn't put it in my list. There we go. All right, so first off, I'm going to put this one like right about, that looks about right. And then I want to maybe put the next one, I'm thinking like right about here. That looks all right. Getting hot up in here. All right, so we're going to fix that with copper there, and then the other copper is going to go here. So in this copper here, we're going to make these cables, and in this other cable one, or this other one here, we're going to make a copper plate. And so let's see. Let me look at this. Now, are we able to do anything with this other than like, is that the only cable we got? Is we got copper plate and we got cable. I think it's the only 2 copper ones, right? Yes, that would be correct. Okay. So I just want to do that one there. Okay, good. Is that? Oh, I see. That's producing as fast as it's going in. That's why it wasn't showing up as first. All right, so that should be good. I should be able to move those forward. But at one point or another, I know I'm going to need to put in a splitter, and I'm going to have to add in some stuff into this. So I want to take this here. I want to route this to this point. Let's see if we can't keep this above the cement until it gets off. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're up to here. Let's go. Oh, no. It's really hard to get these things to go straight. There we go. Right there. All right. Maybe back it up a little bit. And then we got to figure out how to get it to go from here to up there. Do I really want it to go up there? No, I'm thinking I want to put beams up there, right? So let me see here. Let's do this. Let's take this, and we're going to let's put some more bays down, some more containers. So I'm thinking one right here. And then I'll put another one right on top here. There we go. Maybe one more over there. Do I have more? Oh, I don't have enough plate. All right, let's see here. That's plate right there. Okay, we'll grab some plate. And then we'll do number 8. And see, we want to put that right about here. And then another one right about there. There we go. All right, now we got to figure out how we're going to run this. So I was thinking what I might do. Oh, dang it. I don't mean to do that. What I wanted to do is I want to take 2 here. Let's see. I want to put that like right here. All right, let's try that. See if that'll work for us, right? Put that there, and then I'll bring this in. Oh, see, that's much better. I like that cut. And then we'll just come back through here. We'll take these out. Do the same thing on this side. We got them all? We got them all. All right, so we're good there. What I'm going to do is take this one here. And let's just do another long one. So we're going to bring this across here. I'm thinking like right here to the end so we can kind of keep it straight. See, I had one, I didn't do that. And as it kind of like went into the foundation, I didn't like that. So we'll try to straighten it up a little bit next time. So there we go. I don't know why it keeps wanting to do all kinds of funky stuff here. All right, so we got that. It's a little on the sloppy side, but I mean, it's really tough to get these belts the way you want them. And if I had those little stackers, things would be so much easier, But at least we got the copper plate coming in now. We got the cable coming in. We have the rods, which don't look like they're moving, but they really are. They're moving. You just can't see them. I guess when there's like so much stuff moving, I guess it some things look like they kind of stop and other things, you know, continue going. But now what I want to do is, let me see, I want to make, so I can make that. I'm making that. Yep, rubber I'm already making. I got the refined cobalt. I got a lot of this other stuff already being made. Now, I think what I want to do is I want to make, we could do this iron plate and the iron rods. If we put those together, they make iron beams, and then we could just pump out iron beams. And I was thinking at some point or another, we're going to be able to get these little signs that we can put on top, I guess, or on the bottom, maybe on the sides. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room to put a sign. Maybe just put the sign like up here. But then we'd be able to say, you know, oh, like one's iron rods, one's, you know, steel, and, you know, that kind of thing. But see, so this down here, I really don't like this. Let me see. You know what? While I have that gone, I'm thinking I need to put in a splitter. So let's see here. Where's the splitters? The splitters are right here. So I want this here. So I'm going to put that, point that in that direction there. Now, how am I going to do this? Because I need to do a splitter on that. And then let's see here. We're going to let's split this to that. This, we'll just see if we can't straighten this darn thing out. There we go. Okay, so I'll take it right to that point there and then connect it to that. There we go. So it's not melting into my foundation. All right, so what I want to do now is, I don't know, I'm almost thinking I need to move this thing. But I definitely need to move that. I mean, I could split it out here, but that might be an idea. You know, I might be able to split it out right there and just have that like kind of go over the top of this. Let's just do it with the little drone. Makes things a little easier. All right, I want to do this here. Let's put this guy right about here. Nah, let's put him up here, I guess. Okay, so I want to put that right about there. And then I want to take this guy here and I want to bring this up to this point. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe back a little bit so it's not melting into the foundation. And then what I want to do here is, oh, did it take me down here? Oh, that was weird. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make another, or not another. Oh, what is that? A road? Oh, that's different. I didn't know I could make roads. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can make, ooh, imagine all the possibilities where you can make roads. All right, so I want to do this. I think I want to make this assembly machine. I want to set that up right over there. I think we can take this guy here, though. Bring him right about there. Yeah, right there. Bring that and connect that. There we go. And then I'm going to need some iron beams. I'm going to need some cement. So let's grab some cement. Rotors, computers. Yeah, I don't have on any of that other stuff being processed or made yet. All right, so that is for me to make an assembly machine. I might do that, actually. You know what? That's a great idea. Try to go up on levels. Just build straight up. I wonder if I can do that. Or will it get hotter? I don't know. Let's see here. So I want to put in this bad boy right about here. Oh, gosh, this thing's huge. Let's put it right here, I guess. Man, that thing is a monster. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's take this guy here. There we go. Now I can. And let's go for right there. And we'll connect this one to right here. And then in the assembly machine, I want to make, I want to make iron beams. Does it require anything? No, it just requires power. So we definitely got that. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping that the iron plate would be on one level and iron rods would be on a different level so that they could, both kind of build up. If we go like that, it should be, there we go. Kind of mine into the, into the hillside there. And then I want to take this bad boy. I want to put them straight up here. So let's get rid of that. Put up a 2. Right? Yeah, that should work. And then bring this in here. There we go. And then bring that one from there straight into here. There we go. We got iron beams. Nice. Very nice. All right. We got some things going on here. Things are happening. This looks pretty sweet. We don't have to worry about making those anymore. We got those, pumping out. But this factory's getting pretty big. I'm thinking what I want to do is I'll make like a, I don't know, like almost like I could do, I wonder if I could do it. Let me see. Now, the nice thing is about having the drone, I don't have to worry about the heat. So I can stay in a nice, cool area, and I can use the drone to kind of get me around so I don't have to worry about the heat. But then we could just build like this. 7 times 25. I don't think I got that many. 25. There we go. So I could do that, and then I can just, slowly build out. I think that might work. And then, so I'll have all the resources, coming in. They'll turn them into ingots. And then from that point, yeah, maybe I'll turn them from the ingots to their respective thing, where they either become plate or they become rods or whatnot. Like this one here is cable and then plate. And then from this point here, then I'll take this and I'll wrap it up to the next level, and then I'll build whatever I need up there. If there's a way where I can bring it from that point down and then put it all into a hub, that wouldn't be too bad. I could work that. But anyways, I think that's gonna do for me for now. I mean, we got some ideas, we got some building plans. I think that's where we're going to go ahead, and we're going to try that to see if we can I mean, we do have a lot of space we could build out. We could cover the whole entire, island if we wanted to. I think I want to build up a little bit and see how that works. Hopefully I don't end up frying in the atmosphere or something like that. I don't even know how high you can build up, to be honest. But I imagine you can build pretty high considering the mountains are so high. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, I want to thank Dark Sky patrons and channel members for the support to the channel. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit that like if you're enjoying the content. I'd really appreciate that. If you also want to, help support the channel, and you might want to consider becoming a member, smash that join button down below, and you get all kinds of perks and benefits, and you get to also join our awesome community. And it helps me with making amazing content, paying for hardware and software and all that fun stuff, so that I can, bring even more to you and bring more videos. So, it's a win-win, right? But don't forget, I stream on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't want to miss out on that. I will see you on the next one. You take care now, and bye-bye.